Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're going to talk about our favorite things about Germany.
And our least favorite thing.
No, that's on the second one.
Oh.
We're going to talk about our favorite things about Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And my view is from a traveler, what is it called?
Tourist?
A tourist. And her view is from?
A resident in a village.
Yeah, she lived in a village.
In a village.
How long did you live in that village?
I lived a year in that village.
She lived a year in that village. So, my first thing on my list is dogs. Germans love dogs. They take their dogs everywhere. Their dogs are in the stores. Their dogs are usually quiet, well-behaved. It's very, I love it. I love dogs. But at the same time, it makes me realize how unruly my dog is. My dog is not the typical American dog. I don't want you to think that. My dog failed obedience school, okay? He's just goofy. He did. It's a real thing. He really did fail obedience school. So as a puppy, when you're supposed to take them. So we felt like we were bad parents, bad dog owners.
Well, I have a dog-related thing, so I thought I would go ahead and
it's your turn.
So my thing about dogs is that you can walk them in places that you'd usually not be allowed to in the U.S., like shared properties near farms, where in the U.S., if you tried to walk your dog up the hill next to the farm, you'd get shot.
Yeah,
so
you might get shot.
You might get shot.
I think you need to learn that before you come to the U.S.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes, that is very important.
There's not always a warning.
Especially in tech. Yeah, there's no warning shots in
Like,
Texas.
it's not like they say, hey, get off my property, I'm going to shoot you. They might just shoot you. And guess what? They're allowed to shoot you if you're on their property.
Yes, absolutely.
It's an interesting country, isn't it? So my second one is made in Germany. You can buy things here that are made here. And I don't mean just a little bit of things. I mean a lot of things. A lot of gifts, a lot of, like souvenirs, a lot of things you go to the store and it's made in Germany, right?
Yeah, there's also a lot of, they do have a lot of American products in their stores.
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. I mean, like, in America, most of the stuff you see will say, made in China. Made in China, made in China, made in China. Everything that's made in America is a lot more expensive, and there's very few of it. There's very little of it.
Well, my actual first thing on my likes list is castles!
It looked like the
that was
screen
weird. It
jumped, didn't it?
It paused. And it
Okay, well, that's okay.
Castles, I love castles. My boys love to go tour the castles. They're really into the medieval thing, and I love castles. There are castles all over, and castle ruins all over that you can see.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love them.
They're pretty.
They're pretty.
Okay. My next item is coffee. Any restaurant you go to here, at least all the ones we've gone to, they make the coffee in a, what is that called? The thing, like it's an espresso machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a coffee pot, not a press, an espresso machine.
Yes.
It tastes like good coffee.
I did not even like coffee until I was stationed here when I was 25. I never touched coffee until then.
And then we had, like, you know how in the U.S. you can get like Nescafe and you can like, you put the grounds in there and then you put the hot water and you stir it? Well, the one they got here, Jose Cafe, it tastes like regular coffee tastes like in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like there's no aftertaste, no weird
It's good.
flavors or anything.
You mean instant?
Instant coffee,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, my next one is the nature. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful here. You just go outside, you just look outside, and it is
beautiful.
It's beautiful. There's got an immense amount of trees and vegetation, and they really care about it, and which kind of bleeds into another one that I said is that I love how the people, in the villages and all, that they keep their yards and their gardens, and they're just so beautiful. You can just walk down the street in your village.
It looks like you're in a postcard.
Yes. So
like people keep their house that way.
Yes, outside at least. I haven't been in all of them.
We've been in all the houses.
It's so beautiful. I mean, even if they have apartments And they have the balconies. They do it on the balconies. I mean,
Yeah, they'll have flowers like cascading over the side. On that nature part, I will say the trees, because I love trees. There are a lot of birch trees here. Now, there's not a lot of birch trees in the area of Pennsylvania that I live in, because there was I don't know what you call it, like a disease of the birch trees at some time period. I don't know if it was the 1800s or the early 1900s, and it wiped out a lot of the birch trees. So like every now and then you see a birch tree here, a birch tree there in Pennsylvania. Well, here you can find whole strands of birch trees together, and it's amazing to see when you're not used to seeing that.
Right? You think, what? How are they standing so close?
Oh yeah, the
together?
woods here are dense. Like the trees are so close together. I don't know. It looks like you'd have to like kind of, if you tried to get in there, you'd have to like get in between the different trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could see where the ideas for in the German fairy tales, the monsters in the woods and stuff came from, because it's like looking through a thicket of bushes or something in some parts.
I like the travel. So you can get to other countries in less time than it takes to drive outside of Texas to get from central Texas to the next state. For instance, France is about a 30-minute drive, or, you know.
Well, from where?
From where I was living.
Yeah.
But I mean, the country is so small. There's France, there's Belgium, there's Austria, there's all kinds of countries just surrounding Germany where you could get there in less than a day, you know. So the travel it's good, and it's rather cheap if you're just going to, unless you go through Austria and you have to buy the 40 euro
Yeah,
sticker.
if you drive through Austria, you have to have a sticker that says you can drive through Austria. And
It's
if you
like
don't
a toll,
have it,
yeah.
if you don't have it,
You get 120
yeah, they
euro
pull you
fine.
over, you get a fine.
However, in the defense of Austria, and
In
Switzerland's
defense
close
of Austria.
too, but it's good for a year. So
No, but there's like sections of Germany where you go out through Austria and back into Germany, and it's like you've gone 2 blocks.
yes,
But if you get stopped in those 2 blocks,
when you go to Garmisch, it's like that. And Garmisch is in Germany, in Bavaria, where it's a really beautiful place, and it's a good place to ski. You have the army ski thing, and it's really cheap. So, yeah.
okay, so going along with her travel, with Nanette's travel listing, I would say the trains. The trains here are amazing.
That's on my list too. I'll just.
Okay. They're amazing. They're very clean. They're fast.
The ice train's really fast.
The seats are large. Okay, look, people talk about fat Americans and stuff. They make the seats in America, they keep making them smaller and smaller everywhere you go. There's some big seats here. There are some big seats here, you know what I'm saying?
They're big
And
seats.
comfortable. And somebody comes by with a cart asking if you want something to drink, to eat. I mean, you have to pay for it, but they come through, they want to know if you want something to drink and something to eat. And it's clean in there. Right? It is some
Yes.
clean stuff
It's
in
clean.
there. And so that was both in the regional train and the ice train. It was that nice.
Yes. So my next one is the bakery. The bakery, which is, it's kind of a dangerous thing, but the bakery, I love brochin, okay? Brochin it's the best thing in the world. So you get brochin, you put a little butter on it.
Tell them what brochin is.
You can, or it's a type of bread. You can or cannot add jelly, and it still tastes fabulous without
It's like
it.
soft with a crispy, like a nice crust.
And that's only one type of the bread that they have here.
That's only one type of fantastic bread you can be enjoying in Germany.
You can buy it. It's so cheap. You can go in and get a brooch. I don't know if it's 10 or 15 cents. Per brochin.
So that leads right. Oh wait a minute. Did you want to say more about the
No.
bakery? So that leads into what I was going to say next, which I'm going to say next now, is that the groceries are very, very affordable here. I got cheese. Okay, I got a hunk of cheese this big that was Nuftel. I can't think of what it's called.
I don't know.
I think I paid euro something, like it was less than €2. It would have been at least $7 in the US, probably more than that. The bread was cheaper, the fruit was cheaper. I don't know about the meat because my husband's the one that picked out some luncheon meats, which the luncheon meats here are different. They don't taste as they taste like they've been processed, but in the old traditional way, like smoked or whatever, or salted. They don't have the same taste. I don't know how to describe it. They taste better, less digestive issues that I've noticed.
That probably has to do with their healthcare system and how it's all socially done. And the groceries are cheaper, but nothing else is. Everything else is so expensive. But the groceries are cheap here.
Okay. So what do you want to say next?
Well, I got pizza. So not that the pizza's better. It's not better than what I'm used to in the U.S., but the pizza is cheap. You can go get a thing of pizza. I don't remember what it was. It was well under €10 for a large pizza. So
yeah, it was pretty good pizza.
There's a pizza shop on in every village just about. So
we were in this bar/restaurant. Where was that? That was in Augsburg, and we got salad and we got pizza, and the salad was amazing. Amazing. It had a warm part and a cold part, and it had so many different kinds of vegetables in it. It was just delicious. And it was huge.
Balsamic vinegar dressing was good too.
Yeah,
it was good.
Thing is minimalism. Now, minimalism is a word that gets thrown around a lot on the internet lately because people are all into minimalism, cutting down on what you buy and stuff like that. I have to tell you that here I almost said in the U.S., here in Germany, they seem a lot less, what is that, where you want to buy a lot of things?
But they can't afford as much.
Well,
either.
she's saying they can't afford as much. That could be true. When I see people walking down the street, which you mostly see people walking down the street, because the gas is very expensive here. Oh, you should put that. Anyway, people are walking down the street, riding bicycles or whatever. When they have bags, they're full of groceries. People are buying groceries and maybe some clothes. I kind of like that. I like that there's not a lot of excess. I like that it seems there's something simple and beautiful or something. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm being very eloquent.
You see that when they put their trash out too. They'll have. It just amazes me how little they have to put out when you're putting so much out. So yeah, I get what you're saying. The drivers in Germany, I know that's a weird thing to say, but
I agree.
They're a lot less aggressive and they're really good at taking their turns. Going, if you have to merge or whatever, or if a lane is closing, everyone kind of takes a turn. So when I went back to Texas and I got in the car, I was pretty angry right away because I'm used to, calmer drivers, and then you're back and Texas isn't even as bad as Pennsylvania or New York, so.
So my next couple of ones are going to be a little silly, but I really like. One is I like the exit signs that are in buildings, okay? Because in the U.S. the exit sign is like lit up letters that say exit, E-X-I-T, and it's in red. And well, here it's green. It's lit up in green, and it's like a figure of a guy running. I don't know if he's running or walking fast, and like an arrow or whatever pointing to where.
Yeah, like he's got one leg back, one leg up, one arm back.
If I can find a picture of it, I'll insert it in here. But that I don't know why I get a kick out of seeing it. It just seems happier than exit.
Well, we like happy signs. I like the disc. Well, this has to do with being an American that gets to go on base, but I like the discounted flights and trips that you can get on base. So they do a lot of little group trips where you can sign up on base and all these people meet like in the church parking lot and you go do a tour somewhere, and it's very reasonably priced. and you get to see stuff. So,
But I heard that it is cheaper to buy flight tickets from while you're in Europe than it is in the U.S. just on the economy.
maybe it's cheaper, but so where I would pay a lot less to buy it at RTT on base because we get a military rate as opposed to a civilian rate. So,
Okay, my next one is graffiti. I like the graffiti here. Okay, there's not a lot of graffiti, but in the big cities there's graffiti, and occasionally they have the one where it's just like with black paint and it's like some letters or whatever. But most of the stuff is with so many colors, and it's like you're thinking, how many different colors of paint did this guy buy or girl, whoever it is? What is going on? It'll be so colorful, and some of it is pictures, some of it is like flowers, and some of it is just the words will have so many colors coming up, like kind of looking like they're going into each other. I wish I took more pictures of the graffiti.
this is all I heard about the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, look at the graffiti, it's so pretty.
She likes graffiti.
Okay, so
My next thing is vet medicine.
veterinarian
Veterinary medicine. So you can...
for animals.
I don't know, it's like you can go in and you can get things that you can't get in the U.S. So for my one dog who has his front legs don't work, and so he's putting all that weight on the cart while he's running around with crazy, which he does. So I got an ointment for that, and they gave me Manuka. It's called Manuka, made with Manuka honey. And you cannot get this in the U.S. They do not have it anywhere. And this Manuka, it also clears up things like ringworm, any kind of antifungal. If you look up Manuka honey does this kind of stuff. So this, and I've used this ointment on ringworm on him, so I know it works. The medicine, they had medicine. My older dog is dying of cancer, and his kidney count was really low, or was it high? How does that work? I don't know which one it is.
It was wrong.
And so they gave me a medicine for that, and it's
Like a nature-based.
It's a nature-based medicine, and they couldn't find anything like it. And my vet is awesome. My vet researched
Texas.
it. Yeah, in Texas. And they said, we can't find anything like this. We'll have to put you on the special food, put him on the special food or whatever. But so I like the veterinary medicine and the vets. I mean, I like, because they love their dogs so much. They're really good with animals over here. So that's my next one.
Okay, my next one, which is really my last one, but if I come up with any more, I will bring them up, is burping. People will just burp out in public, and it's nothing. Nobody looks at them. Nobody's waiting for them to say, excuse me. It doesn't, like, nobody joins in. It's not like a weird, everybody's laughing. It's just burp, and then you move on. I don't know why, but I just find that I like that. There's less stress. There's less stress involved. Do I have to worry that I just accidentally burp? No, because everybody does it. We all do it.
Well, I have
We all do it.
I have recycling on my list because I've always liked to recycle. So I like the recycling thing.
It's much more complex here, but we'll go into that
I don't like
at a
the
different
complexities of it, but I do like the recycling. And I had one more, but it's on both lists.
What's that?
Snow.
Snow.
Snow
So
is
it's
on
a like and a dislike. So
Yeah.
do the like part.
Well, there's no snow in Texas, and my kids got to kind of play in snow for the first time here, and got a snow day, and got to sled down the hill. So I like that a lot. That was cool. But that's it. That's all I have.
So those are the things that we liked a lot about Germany. Should we say love? That we love about Germany.
Yes.
And the people are nice too. And for now, auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.